My name's Vanessa. If you don't know who I am, a chance call for those that struggle. So I just want to jump on here and talk to you all about the process of how God answered my most important prayer. Okay. So, and this was several years ago, and it just came to me last night. Like literally for the first time. Like this literally came to me last night, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I've missed this. So yeah, I've just been like listening to other people as far as like God's process and how he answers your prayers and what's it look like. And so I was listening to a lady last night that I don't really ever listen to, but her video was called God Will Answer Your Prayers Sooner Than Expected. And she was talking a little bit along the lines of, how she perceives things. And it just hit me. It just came to me when I was praying for a baby boy, when God told me I was going to have a baby boy, when he told me I was going to marry my husband. What did that look like? And I tell you, he told me in, I believe, 2016 that I was going to have a baby boy and his name was going to be Ace and that I was going to get married. And it wasn't until 2018 that I got pregnant. So there was a few years there. And when he told me this, I thought it was going to be right away. My deadline for myself was when I turned 30. By the time I turned 35 is when I wanted to have my son. Because I didn't want to be pregnant after I was 35 years old. And it was getting close. It was getting close to that age. And my husband did not seem like he was on board. He said he wanted a baby boy, but he was not on board. It was not happening. And I finally said, you know what? God said this was going to happen. He said I was going to have a baby boy. He said we were going to get married. We got married, but you're not on board for this baby. And this was the most important thing to me. I had to have a boy before I was 35 years old because I didn't want to be pregnant at an older age and have some kind of birth defect or, due to my age. And out of nowhere, suddenly, when I was about ready to walk away from my marriage because I said, you know what, you told me all these years you would have a baby with me. God told me we were going to have a baby, and it's not happening. And 35's coming around the corner. And I was to that point. You know what? I'm walking away because this is a promise given to me. It's not happening. You're not on board. And out of nowhere, suddenly, I was pregnant. Literally. And my son was born February 22nd, 2019. And my birthday, my 35th birthday, was March 28th, 2019. So I had him a month prior to my 35th birthday. So I just wanted to explain that to y'all. People say, well, God's going to do it when you surrender it and you let it go. I know from personal experience now what I'm going through. People say, don't tell others what God's doing in your life because the enemy will come and attack you. The enemy has been coming in and attacking me, trying to attack me. And you have to put on the full armor of God. You can't tell everybody what God's doing in your life because they don't see things the way that you see things. They try to detour you. They try to talk you out of it. They try to make sense of it in their own way, in their eyes. And it's not in alignment with what God's telling you. And yes, you have to put on the full armor of God because the enemy's coming in trying to steal it in any way he can. So I can see why people say, don't tell others what God's doing. Be cautious, have discernment, put on the full armor of God, be ready. That's all I wanted to say this morning. I hope this help somebody. Hope it gives understanding. And I love y'all, and I'll talk to you later.